Good morning, good afternoon for everyone. Today we are talking with Paweł Pacevic. He is the marketing manager of Mudita. It's a Polish company that develops a minimalist phone, a very special phone that we found on internet. And we are very excited to know more about this phone, about the future of the minimalist phone, of the ultra low SAR phones. So thank you very much, Pavel. And we are here also with Professor Claudio and Felix, also are helping us with this interview. And thank you very much, Pavel, to join us.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. It's actually a pleasure because sharing the word about Mudita and about what we are actually doing. It's something about the mindfulness and about our approach is also a great opportunity for us to spread the word about the mindfulness. And I am excited to be here.
Yeah, our campaign is called Slow Phone that we research about the healthy use of the technology. We are not against the technology, we are not against the internet, but we are looking for healthier uses of the devices. So we are very happy when we find the Mudita Pure, a cell phone very minimalist, very with no distractions, with low SAR. So we found very special. That's why we invite you and tell us, please, how the Mudita project started. What a little bit of the history of the Mudita. You talk a little bit about the in the backstage about the founder. If you can
Yeah.
share with us this history.
Yeah, of course. We are a startup. We were set up. Our company was set up about 3 years back. It was basically an idea of our CEO, who is me, Michał Kiciński. Michał has a really quite a story. Michał lived by. He's a founder of one of the biggest companies that are producing computer games here in Poland, and he's responsible for the success of Witcher 3 game, basically, which is worldwide known. So this, let's say, this approach to Mudita was his idea. He saw the niche on the market and the need of the people who are actually want to live more mindfully and more consciously when it comes to using technology. And that is how Mudita started with a Kickstarter campaign three years back. We run a crowdfunding campaign. We succeeded. We gathered enough funds to start working on the project, and actually, yeah, we were developing, we were prototyping, and after 2 years, we are actually ready to send the products to our first backers, and we're super excited because we can basically start sending the products to our first customers as we speak. So so we in the meantime, aside from phones, we were also approaching the topic of sleeping. And aside from Mudita Pure, we investigated sleeping habits, and this is why we decided to work on other projects which are complementary, which are connected to mindfulness, and those are alarm clocks. And we designed Mudita Bell and Mudita Harmony alarm clocks, which may help us to sleep better and to basically feel better. And yes, when it comes to Mudita Pure, like we spent quite some time on developing, prototyping, and now we are in the stage that the project is actually fully developed, and we are ready to send the products to our customers. So it was quite a journey, but we succeeded.
And today, how is the Mudita phone is already being sold in Europe? How it's working, the selling? It start to people are having using the phone.
Basically, we are in the process of completing our orders to our first backers, and we. I don't really know how much time will it last. We are aiming in 2 months that we will cover all the backers orders, but we'll see how it goes. But then after that, it will be hopefully will be ready for regular sale.
Okay. Pavel, I read that the Mudita has only he makes Mudita Pure makes calls and SMS, right? And has
Uh,
no internet apps.
yes.
So, do you think is it possible to? We are talking about the some good apps that like Uber or internet banking that maybe some people will miss. Would have some way to have maybe I don't know low distractions app or with
Uh,
also the lowest SAR.
yeah, of
What
course.
do you think?
Uh,
You guys think about that?
Yeah, we think about this, but not in the Mudita Pure project. First of all, I want to say that we're not against using technology. We're using technology on daily basis. We're using smartphones. I'm using smartphone, especially in my work time. But we want to spread like we want to teach people how to use it more mindfully and more responsibly and and make it to our benefits. We definitely encourage people to start living a lifestyle like this, but we know there is we know that this phone is not for everyone, right? We have this in mind, and it doesn't have functionalities that can replace Uber or online banking. We simply don't have this kind of functionalities. But like what we can do, we can always order a cab by simply calling it or use an ATM machine in traditional way. But we won't be replacing the apps, and we don't really focus on that because the phone was designed to go fully offline. It means that like Mudita Pure doesn't have internet connection, and the other like the only way to have internet, and we thought about this, is to connect the Mudita Pure to the computer and use tethering function, and then that is why. And then we can have internet connection on our computer, but we won't have internet connection in the phone itself, right? So then we can order a cab or use mobile banking through the computer, but we won't be ever it won't be possible to do it through the phone. So it was like Mudita Pure, it was designed for conscious people who know that their lifestyle is like they can be Mudita Pure can be used, but like there's one approach. We're not forcing people to replace smartphones with Mudita Pure, because there are some people who are living a lifestyle that allows them to use Mudita Pure as a main phone. But on the other hand, we have people who can't leave their smartphones due to work reasons, for example, as me. That is why I'm using Mudita Pure as my second phone, and I'm using the phone when it's needed. For example, when I'm traveling, when I want to focus more on exploring the city, and when I am abroad and I don't really want to be disturbed. That is why when I'm using Mudita Pure phone. And you can see for yourself. You can check our YouTube channel, because we run experiment with our team, where our Mudita team members were using Mudita Pure Phone for 7 days, and they were basically saying how they will use it and how they want to cope with that. But we are aware that Mudita Pure is not for everyone. So we need to make if we want to order a cab or use mobile banking, we have to do it before starting using Mudita Pure. But no doubtly, we are looking at the trends on the market, and we want to uh, uh, produce and make other products that are more customer friendly, especially for the younger generation. But this is like the next projects that are waiting for us.
A question about the ultra low SAR. Is it because there's no internet, or is a different design? Even the calls and in the SMS is a specific design of the inner antenna, or
Yeah.
is just a ultra low SAR because there's no 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G?
No, there is 4G because Mudita Pure is 4G and LTE friendly. So like ultra low SAR is due to our custom made antenna. That is all.
Okay. So in your future project that you may have, so even if you are with 4G LTE running, will be a very lower SAR than the regular smartphones.
I can't
Is the
promise
same.
you. I can't promise you that. I hope it will, because we don't really know how and what functionalities our future phones will have. But definitely we will try to make it as low as possible, because we want to be cautious, and we want to have the phone that is like which has the lowest SAR possible on the market, to ensure that people, especially EMF sensitive, are not getting harmed.
Have you get in touch with the EHS, electro hypersensitivity people in Poland? Do you guys have this community or this group of people you talk already?
Yeah, we run some tests, but we can't really like share the results. I can say that we had a customer who is EMF sensitive, and she was using Mudita Puriphone, and actually she showed some it showed great results, because she was feeling much better rather than using her smartphone. But I can't I can say that it will work. It will work 100% on in everybody's situation, because researchers around the world have begun to question the influence that prolonged exposure to an artificial source of radiation. But there's no clear answers yet, right? But there's a lot of indication that electromagnetic fields are not safe for humans. But those are just assumptions. That is not, and there are no many clear answers yet, that we can say that, okay, like SAR is electromagnetic field is not safe for human. I can say, but we want to be better safe than sorry, right? We want to be as cautious as possible to make it to make it customer friendly.
Okay. Felix, Claudio, you have a question?
Yeah, I've a couple of questions. Starting off with Mudita. Why do you call it Mudita? Is this an abbreviation for something, or what's the meaning of Mudita?
Basically, Mudita itself is a acronym for one of the I believe it was just it was connected to Buddhist religion, but I have to recall. I think I'm pretty sure that it means that we are happy when you are happy. So it was very very connected to Buddhist concept, and this is why it came, like, this is the origin of the name, because we strongly believe in meditation, in yoga, and this is like very close to Mudita. So Mudita means that we are happy when you're happy.
It would also be a Christian concept, part of the neighborly love. I'm happy if you're happy.
Yeah.
So I saw on the website you just showed us, you have shown us that you said that the antennas have a technology that makes kind of natural radiation sources. Have I seen this right? Somewhere you said they're natural radiation sources. What does this mean?
Basically, like,
that makes like more harmlessly or more different kind of microwaves which are better for our health or healthier.
I can't really say, because I'm not that deep into the antenna specifics. I only I know that laboratory tests confirm that like we have the lowest heart possible, but when it comes, if it's natural, I don't really sorry about, but I don't really know when it came from.
Yeah,
I have to check that.
I believe that what I study about the Mudita peer is the ultra low SAR, like a very 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 low SAR, different from the regular cell phones that are higher SAR. That's what
Yes,
I understand.
yeah, basically, that's correct.
And how much lower is it, the SARS level, compared to a normal phone that is sold today?
Ours is 0.06, and if I can compare it to an iPhone 12, for example, it has 0.98. So our is 0.06, so it's basically 15 times less than an iPhone 12.
That's great.
0.06. Is it watt per kilograms, right?
Yes, it's watt per kilograms. Basically, it's nearly 14 to 15 times less than popular brands like an iPhone.
I would like to measure it with my high frequency analyzer.
We have a SAR checker on our phone, on our website. Sorry, you can always check it when you want. And there's a lot of models. I can share the link here.
Yes.
And you can check your phone, and you can check how much SAR it has. What was the value?
Yes, I think is a great movement of consumers that are putting priority on health, because most of people don't even know what SAR means. I think but some people are starting to pay attention of this, and I think in the future we have the more conscious consumers will make more conscious choices. So
yeah, of course. Somewhere I have read that SAR, electromagnetic field, generally has as bad influence as cigarettes had on our lungs, on our life, on our body in 80s. So I would say that in 20 or 30 years, we will be certain that electromagnetic field is basically bad for our health, but we need some research on it. We still need some knowledge behind it, but I can't say it right now, but I'm pretty certain that in short period of time we will be certain.
I want to make a question about the screen. Is it the same? It's similar technology from the Amazon Kindle.
Yes.
Is a similar technology.
Yes, that is correct. It's ink display, and basically why we decided to use ink display is because ink displays do not fatigue, do not harm our eyes as much as our smartphones displays, because our smartphone display basically like my iPhone, it produces way too much of the blue light, which is harmful, especially when we want to fall asleep, when we are getting ready to the bed. It blocks the release of melatonin, right? So using your smartphone, for example, half an hour before sleep is not recommended then, because blue light is bad for our eyes, and it also blocks the release of melatonin, which helps us to fall asleep. And basically, ink display is very eye friendly. It's generally like it doesn't harm our eyes as much.
I'm sharing here some videos that a person like.
Yeah, this is our Kickstarter campaign video, and there's also a voiceover there.
Yeah, I put the sound.
It's 7:15. Time to check how many likes your post got. Not bad. Rachel got a haircut. Oh, look at that funny dance Trevor's parrot did. And his mom's in Cancun. Ooh, tropical. Oh, look at that. No time for your morning jog. Again. Love that parrot. And the kitten. Hilarious. Let's see what your friends have to say about it. Whoa. Look up. Oh, watch out. Yeah, well done. Looks like Dave went for his run. Yet another political scandal. Do you remember this child star? Oh, look at them now. Oh, nice. You have a date. This could be a match. Really? Is it that urgent? There you go. Well, I guess it wasn't a match. Maybe it's time for a change. I'll show you something.
Hi, we are the founders of Mudita.
We want to introduce you to Mudita Pure.
Meet Mudita Pure, designed to enjoy life offline. E-ink display makes reading more natural and without blue light emission. We added a front light in a pleasant, warmer color. Designed to be simple in its form and functionality. Comfortable to hold, it brings to mind the shape of a stone. We wanted to be sure you're using the safest phone in the market. With a patented antenna, Mudita Pure has an ultra-low SAR. Mudita OS is light, reliable, and minimalistic. It gets digitally signed updates to make sure that your privacy is taken care of. No internet, and it feels great. But if you need to go online, Mudita Pure can serve as a data modem for your laptop. Just connect it via cable. Most feature phones only work in specific regions. We were surprised too. Pure has a global GSM module for traveling anywhere in the world. Harman speaker gives high quality and natural sound. What else? Bluetooth 4.2, headphone jack, 2 nano SIM card slots, dedicated desktop application, beautiful ringtones, and last but not least, meditation timer. worth giving a try. A simple yet very useful feature that helps you focus on the present moment. We started working on Mudita Pure 3 years ago. During our research program, we built our first prototype with a unique antenna with low SAR. Pretty, huh? Our designer didn't agree. The last 3 years helped us take the design, components, and quality to the next level. Mudita Pure is designed and developed in Europe. We've created a light and secure operating system and hand-picked every single component. I'll give you an example. Most phone producers use pre-made PCB, but they weren't enough for our goals, such as less energy consumption, compatibility with an E-Link display, and ultra-low SAR. So we decided to build our own PCB instead.
You see, we tested a lot of phones, but they didn't meet our expectations.
So we have created the best classic phone filled with well-being and health in mind.
The phone that inspires us to spend more quality time and do the things that make us feel alive.
Our mission is to promote a conscious use of technology.
Be a part of it and help us bring Mudita Pure to reality.
It was 2 years ago before we actually before it started. But if you want to look up later on, we've got a lot another animation of Mudita Pure. You might enjoy it, but you can play later on.
Okay. Yeah. We are very happy when we found this project. Just a second. We are very careful to promote a product, but in this case, we think it's important to just show a very good idea to inspire maybe the big manufacturers like Samsung, Apple, and others to think about the health. I think you guys are doing a good job. We are not here like saying, "Oh, buy Mudita," but saying that your idea, your project is very important to the world, to the humanity, because maybe can inspire and do a movement in the big manufacturers that maybe are focusing on other things like speed of connection and colors but are not paying attention on health. So health is a very important thing that we congratulate you guys to put focus on health.
Thank you. That's so kind of you that you decided to have me here, and that you like Mudita that much. Basically we want to teach people how to use technology in the right way, because we are not against smartphones. We're not against apps. We're not against internet, because using technology, using all those tools is one thing, but overusing is another. Like, for example, there's if I can bring you an example of an Instagram, right? Both of our brands are running Instagram profiles, but I personally think that there's a lot of valuable content on Instagram, a lot of valuable live events with valuable people, but you have to have the tool. You need to know how to find the right content, not to mindless scroll Instagram feed for 2 or 3 hours just to looking for funny videos. Like, being overused by technology and by the app is a nightmare, basically, and especially for the younger generation who were actually who were born with smartphones in their hands, right? They don't know the other life than this, and this is what is scary, and what is actually a huge challenge for the parents to teach younger generation and children basically how to use technology in like to their advantage, not to be overused by it, because I'm not even talking about consequences of comparing ourselves to each other by constantly looking at Instagram stars and comparing to what they have. This is causes a lot of psychological problems, especially in like in among
Teenagers.
teenagers and younger generations. This is what is scary actually,
Yes.
and we have to act. And this is the right moment to act now and to start taking care and teaching, especially younger generation, how to use properly.
Yeah. I was thinking about a different sector that's like banking. In Brazil, we have like very traditional, huge banks, and then a couple years ago, start the startups with different business model, with very internet banking based, and they're very small startup, like with like a very few employees, and then start growing over the years. And in the last years, they even become bigger than the traditional banks,
Wow.
and they made the revolution to the very decades huge banks. So in some ways, I think that the startups that comes with a very good idea and focusing on health, on low distractions, I think these issues will grow in the next years. Maybe today very few people pay attention of that, and not so much people watching us here now. Maybe
Yeah.
most of the people is still preferring the traditional smartphones, but I think this this kind of cell phones, we start having more and more consumers paying attention on this on
Yeah.
this subject in the next years. What do
Uh,
you think
uh,
about the future of this kind of phone in the next years? Not just from Mudita, but maybe other companies that we start to go in this direction.
yes. Actually, we are comparing Mudita and generally minimalist cell phones to vinyls, like the old vinyls that are getting more popular and popular. They were popular back in the days, and now they're popular again. And we already see that more and more people seek mindfulness and inner peace on many levels. And pandemic showed us all that our mental health is super important, and we have to take care of it, and to keep it in the good shape. And centric relationship with technology is actually the key to achieve this mindfulness and inner peace, because we are so overused by it daily. We constantly on our phones, we're constantly checking online applications. We are basically living online. So more and more people are tend to think that, wait a bit, this is not the lifestyle I want to have. And this is a great thing that there's a new movement, new trend. People are getting more conscious about using technology, and they want to log out to offline world and to actually live offline rather than online. And as I already said, there are a lot of people who grew up with smartphones in their hands, and we know that to some of them, Mudita Pure may be too radical solution, right? Because being addicted to smartphone is one thing, and we can't simply switch and give the person Mudita Pure and tell them, hey, just give up your smartphone and start using Mudita Pure. That won't work, because having a smartphone and being online is like a drug. So we have to do it gradually, step by step. And we know that in order to make it more appealing, basically to younger generation, we have to make our product more friendly. So we will focus on developing product this way to make it more friendly, especially to younger generation, and to have it equipped. Maybe I'm not saying that it will be. Maybe in most needed applications like online banking, Google Maps, ordering a cab, ordering food, because those applications are not requiring as much attention as social media apps, but they are working to our advantage, to our they're helping basically in our daily lifestyles, right? Using online banking is not harmful, it's helpful. Using Google Maps is not harmful, it's helpful. So but overusing Instagram is harmful. So we basically will try to give needed applications to our customers, but in gradual way. There are a few ideas on how to do it, but I think that basically more and more people will start looking at this, paying attention to it, how much time they're spending on their phones. There's a notification that comes from Apple phones on our iPhones. The report comes every week, how much time we've been spending this week on our iPhone. And suddenly if the person sees that, oh my God, I'm spending 10 hours a day on my smartphone, and like if the person will start thinking like this, what they could do, like using those 10 hours, for example, on, I don't know, learning new language, learning new hobby, like just basically developing themselves, growing themselves in some real area, then they will think that basically it's a waste of time. Sitting on Instagram doesn't bring you any closer to achieving your results. But it just time is consuming your time, it's consuming your attention, it's consuming your productivity. And if you notice what you could do if you would spend this time more efficiently, in more mindful manner, then you'll be in shock what you can achieve as a person. Of course, at first it will be hard to perceive it that way, because we are used to it, because it's like a drug. It's hard to give up those habits. But I think that people, more and more people will start living this way, and to actually live offline and to enjoy the life rather than spending the whole day scrolling.
We are here having a comment of Guillermo de Faz from Argentina. It's a little bit technical, maybe Claudio can help us to understand better. But he's saying that taking into account certain assumptions, a SAR of 0.06 could be equivalent to a power density inside the brain of more or less 11 microwatt per square centimeter. So I don't know what exactly this means. Claudio, can you help us?
I think Guillermo, hype first, Pavel. A very nice talk and a very nice initiative. I want to congratulate you about this. But I think Guillermo is talking that this is a more than 10 dB SAR reductions, 12 dB SAR reductions, and this is a very good results. Myself, I'm designing antennas for 20 years or more, and I can say this is a very good reduction, very good results. We can achieve more than these 20 even dB reductions, but with bigger antennas, which are very difficult to put into a product, into a cell phone. Then I am also curious, like Felix, on measuring your phone, and also in any tip on the antennas. But perhaps for these tips on the antennas, we have to invite one of your engineers
Yes.
in the next occasion, next talk.
Yeah, that would be the case, because personally I'm not an engineer. I know something about SAR, but to be specific about technicals, I won't lie that I'm not equipped with that amount of knowledge to answer some of those questions.
Yes.
Probably you may use kind of microstrips antennas, and perhaps with kind of metamaterials for the impedance matching, but it's kind of technical secret of the
Might be.
design, probably. Then it's very difficult to have a more precise description.
Yeah, for everyone who wants to educate more and learn more about SAR and what kind of values we have in our phone and how it influences our daily lives, I have linked the link to our sub page of our Mudita Pure phone, where you can learn a lot, because there's a lot of content about SAR there.
Yes, I'm also not an engineer like Claudio, but I also learned some things in this 1.5 years studying this subject. But I like the provocation, I don't know if that's correct word in English, that Mudita makes to the big manufacturers like Samsung, Apple, and others, LG, Motorola, etc. Because it's a provocation. It is possible to make a ultra low SAR. You guys did it. So some other people can do that. 0.06 SAR could be. I don't know if it's possible, but I think it is possible. We had a broadcast with Claudia about that, and I believe that if the big manufacturers would work on that, would be possible. So we have most part of the population using ultra low SARs. Your microphone is muted. Paulo?
I can assure you, Fabiano, it's possible, perhaps with a thicker cell phone, with a thicker antenna, but it's certainly possible. Not with a very, very thin cell phone. It's very hard to do. But this kind of reduction is totally possible if we can tolerate kind of 1 centimeter thick of the cell phone.
Your microphone, Fabiano, is muted.
Sorry, you said, Claudio, maybe 1 centimeter thicker?
Yes, perhaps even less than this. They have it appears to be thinner than this, the Mudita phone, and perhaps it's possible too.
Yes. As you see, Pavel, the SAR subject is very important for us. We are also you guys' other features are very nice, like the screen with no harm to the eyes and a lot of other features. But we are very focused on this SAR thing. Would be very nice to talk in some next interview with some engineers.
Of course. We can arrange a talk with one of our engineers where we can talk deeply about SAR and how we managed to achieve this great result, no doubt. But let me find the right person, and then we can make a follow-up on this live.
Perfect. Well, we are reaching the end of our broadcast, and we are very happy to talk with you, Pavel. And we hope the Mudita startup project can influence and maybe some other big manufacturers can look at Mudita, and like with as I said, the banking in Brazil, it does happen. We have the big ones and very small startup doing something different. And in the beginning, they don't care. It's just a small startup. but they start growing, and then they force the big ones to change some business models. So this is very, very nice. We congratulate to your project, and we hope that we have not just Mudita cell phones, but a lot of brands paying attention on health. And as you said, the internet addiction, that's a very, very epidemical problem in this humanity.
Yeah,
in
it is.
any country, all countries.
Yeah. Like your country is not different in this case than mine, right? So we all need to learn how to use technology to our advantage, and to how to use mindfully, how to use more responsibly, how to be cautious, and how to teach our kids, basically, because this is the generation that will need a lot of help when it comes to learning new habits when it comes to technology, because those certainly are new habits. Those are necessary to start living the life and not to be overused by technology.
Yes, as you talk about Instagram or TikTok business model, the business model is focused on increasing the screen time, not decreasing.
Yeah, of course, this is
Yeah.
their business, and they
This
benefit
business,
from
yeah.
it. If you're spending, like, they will force you even to be on TikTok as much as possible, and to
Yes.
even go beyond that. Of course, they will constantly they will do it. They won't care what kind of influence it will have on your mental health. Recently, there were some reports that Facebook were hiding from the audience, right? That there's a lot of like it adapts it overusing those apps might have bad consequences when it comes to mental health, especially among teenagers, right? So it
Yes.
was.
Unfortunately, today we are almost forced to use it. I am
Yeah.
actually not addicted. I hate all these apps, but I have to use them because otherwise I will miss things in the work, because in my workplace they use WhatsApp or Telegram. And also the invitation from Fabiano to be in this talk I received by WhatsApp. And without WhatsApp, I wouldn't have received it. But it's, for me, it's not a drug. It's actually an
Yes.
obligation, which I don't like, but we have to use it. And in this sense, I would love to have a smartphone, which I actually use only for work reasons and for the most important stuff, and not for Instagram, but with an extremely low SARS value. So I would be really interested in a smartphone, if you one day would produce a smartphone with all those apps, although they are bad, but I have to use them, but with the low SARS value. Because, we are a group of hypersensible persons on electromagnetic frequencies. Do you think you will have this in some near future?
I can't promise you that, but we might. I can't say more, but of course we are looking at possibilities. There's no lie, and we had a lot of feedback like yours, that it would be great to have a smartphone with in-display and with very limited apps like Google Maps, Uber, and
Internet
those useful
banking.
apps. Oh yeah, internet banking, mobile banking. Of course, we are looking into the market needs, and we will try to make the product that fits all the needs like those.
One last question: what does this your smartphone, no, your Mudita phone as it is today, cost?
How much it costs? I won't, because I'm used to the price in zlotys, in Polish zlotys. The price of the phone is, I will tell, because I have to change.
369 maybe euros, I think.
It is dollars, I believe.
Dollars. Okay, I can share this.
Yes, so $369. And I know that for some people it might be considered expensive, and expensive for a phone which has no internet, right? But considering the fact that we spend so much time prototyping, we develop everything inside ourselves, and our PCB board, our own antenna, and we have ink display. We wrote our own open source software in it. So basically, it all adds up. We're not earning anything on this phone, because there are so many people who were involved in this project, including programists, designers, engineers, and marketers ourselves. There's a lot of people who are behind the project, and yeah, so everything adds up at the end of the day, and it justifies the price. And
yeah, it's different. Like if you produce a cell phone that use Android OS, you already have your OS ready. You guys had to build your own OS.
Yes, we did not really. We wanted to build our own OS, not to rely on any OS that is in the market, but we wanted to ensure that ink display is being used in as much as possible, and to optimize and to optimize how it works. And we even wanted to have our software to ensure that our battery is working as efficient as possible, and we're constantly updating our soft. So once the person buys Mudita Pure, they can get updates pretty often, because we're constantly working on the soft itself, and we are working to make it as efficient as possible.
I also have the same needs of Felix, that have maybe like ultra low SAR with very limited, very useful apps like internet banking, Google Maps, or maybe ordering Uber or food, but not the using the e-ink screen. I would be amazed. I would love one of that. Would help me. Sometimes I get myself with a compulsive use with the colors, with the social media, and I want to go to bed, and that thing like you are in a addicted. It's very addictive for me. It's very addictive. It's difficult for me. I usually delete the Instagram app off from my cell phone to have more discipline. And so if I have to delete an app, so that means that the app is very addicted. Maybe just for me it is. Felix, you are muted. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, I have to ask one more question about the SARS value. Is this SARS value measured from using the normal telephone application, or also Bluetooth? Because I've just seen on your website that, of course, the phone has Bluetooth connection, but is the SARS value for the telephone use, or for the Bluetooth, or for both?
It is for telephone use, I believe, but I would have to check on that. I can't really say.
Because usually the Bluetooth radiation is particularly strong. Actually, you're using Bluetooth earphones, and you're getting like 6,000 microwatts per square meter in your brain right now.
Okay. That's actually great to know. I will stop doing that, I think.
Yes. It's a very good web page on Mudita website from SAR. I invite you guys to look this website. It's very good material that you can here check your phone, like iPhone 12. Then you can put here your phone 0.98 iPhone 12. So you also can learn a little bit here about the radiation. So it's very important, this education about SAR. I think everybody should know more about that and learn about.
This is why Apple says, Apple themselves say you should use the phone like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
so
could be hard.
yeah, I congratulate you guys and in your project. I hope that you can, other people in the world can look to Mudita and develop different products, because the internet came and it not to run away. So we have internet in our life. We have mobile internet. We have mobile devices. So I'm worried because very few people talk about health, and even fewer people are developing products they are paying attention on health. So
Yeah.
I don't know many others besides Mudita. I think there maybe should have more, but I don't really know so much. I know that some, go ahead.
We are looking a lot at people needs, and aside from Mudita Pure, we have also alarm clocks, and it could be great if you could show them, because we also pay attention to how people sleep. We want to teach people how to take care of their sleeping hygiene, because using telephones and being mindful about this is important, but sleeping is also great. It is super important to keep our mental health in good shape, and those two things, sleeping and using smartphone, are let's say combined. We are encouraging people not to use their smartphone as an alarm clock, and rather than this, start using regular alarm clocks, and don't bring your smartphone to your bedroom, because bedroom is for sleeping, not for scrolling Instagram, right?
Yes, perfect. So here is the website of Mudita, mudita.com. You can find the other products. So we thank you very much, Pavel, for being with us and showing this very inspiring project. And we hope that this project grows and other manufacturers in the world can also pay attention on health. Thank you, Pavel.
Perfect.
Thank you, Claudio. Thank you, Felix.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. It was great being here.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye.
you.